Hi guys, this is Shrikant Dasari. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about simple if statement. Okay, the if statement is a conditional statement in C. So there are three variations of if statement. One is simple if else, and else if ladder. Okay, so first we are going to look into a simple if statement. So let me launch the IDE. I have already created a project under the name simple if. Okay, so I'm opening it. It contains a C file, simpleif.c. So let us go to full screen. So here we have already some code typed in. Okay, a couple of header files and main and everything. We haven't done much excited here. Just we have taken a variable a, int a, okay, an integer, and we are retrieving some value from standard input. Okay, if you run the program, nothing happens except taking a variable here. Okay, so now let us add our if statements. Okay, so before that, let's take 2 points here. The if statement executes only if it's true. Okay, the if statement executes only if it's true. I mean, whatever we write here in between these brackets, okay, the expression or a statement or whatever you write, based on that expression or statement, if it returns a true value, then it's the particular if statement executes. Okay, so here any non-zero value, especially in C, any non-zero value is considered as is true. Okay, so other than or else you can take like 0 is considered as false. Okay, so 0 is considered as false. So let us look an example for simple if statement here. So the simple if statement starts with the keyword if followed by the brackets here. Okay, so you can say something like this: if a, okay, so you can have a printf statement within the block of if statement here. So you can say something like this: printf /n/t a set a value. Okay, close the quotations. Okay, save and run the program. So if you type something, some value into a like this here, 6, press A6 and press enter, you get the message a is set to some value. So how you are getting this message? Since whenever you are entering some value into the a, it checks, as we said, that any non-zero value. So since here we have entered 6 as a value of a, since it is non-zero, okay, non-zero, it's true. Okay, if it's non-zero, it becomes true, and since when it is true, it executes whatever the statements you write inside this block, inside this if block. Okay, so the open parenthesis and close parenthesis until these borders, whatever you write is considered as if block. Okay, so when you're having a single statement in the if block, your these parentheses are not mandatory here. Okay, so you can have directly the statement here. If you save and run the program, again if you enter some value for a, you get the same result. Okay, so when you want to have multiple statements under the if condition or the if block, you need to have these braces. Okay, if you don't have these braces, okay, so only the first statement is executed. Okay, so apart from printing a message, you can also have another printf statement here. /n/t a is %d, can simply print the value of a, save and run the program. So if you say something 8 like this, so a is set a value, a is 8. Okay, so like this, the simple if statement executes. In the same way, you can have multiple simple if statements in your program as long as the programmer needs. Okay, so you can take another if statement and you can build an expression inside it like this: if not A. Okay, so if you recall your operators, logical operators, we have studied about this not operator which just inverts the value. Okay, if not A, that means here this will be true when A is set to 0. Okay, that means when it is set to 0, this condition becomes true, and then whatever you write in this block, okay, gets executed. You can have a message if it's not A, then that means that it is set to 0. Okay, you can say a message A is set to 0. Okay, you can close the quotation, save and run the program. So if you say 0, A is set to 0. Okay, this gets printed because so 0 is false. Okay, so 0 means false. That means not A. When it is not, then this is not true. I mean when A is not set to some value, if A is set to 0, okay, it immediately jumps to this condition, because if it is 0, okay, this becomes false. Okay, if A 0 means it's not set to other than it's not set to some value. Okay, so then in that case you will not be able to execute this if block. Okay, it jumps directly to not section. Okay, so since A is not set to some value, so it jumps directly here, and so it becomes true, then this statements gets executed. Okay, again if you run the program, if you say here 4, A is set to value, A is set to value, and A is 4. Okay, so like this. Okay, so you can have multiple if statements as long as the programmer needs. Okay, so in this way the basic simple if statement executes. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.